Fans have been waiting forever for A$AP Rocky's new album, and it finally looks like it might actually be happening. It's been over 7 years since Rocky dropped a full project, and his fourth studio album, Don't Be Dumb, is currently scheduled for January 16, 2026. If it really drops, that'll mark almost 8 years since his last album. And honestly, it feels like this might be Rocky's last big shot to prove himself. So let's break down the full timeline, all the delays, scrapped versions, and everything else in between. 2019, the All Smiles era. So back in 2019, around the Babushka Boy phase, Rocky confirmed an album called All Smiles. It was supposed to build off the testing sound and be way more personal, touching on the passing of A$AP Yams, so almost nothing leaked besides the title and cover, and by 2021 and 2022, the project was basically scrapped, partly because fans weren't really loving the testing direction, it wasn't really a good album in the fans' eyes, and I guess Rocky himself didn't feel confident in it anymore due to the fan backlash. With the album All Smiles out of the way, it was time for a new era. 2022 started the Don't Be Dumb era with version 1. So Rocky starts testing a new album again and he starts teasing it. So he performs at Rolling Loud, promoted at his last show before the album. He reveals the new title, Don't Be Dumb, during Thursday Night Football and calls it a ghetto love tale. So songs like DMB give us a taste of what it might have sounded like. More polished, relationship focused, and very Rihanna influenced, so it generally looked like 2022 was the year, until Rocky lost faith in that version and scrapped it. So then in 2023, Rocky goes quiet. He keeps saying the album is almost done, but barely gives any updates, so however many versions existed during this time, nobody really knows. A release date finally drops August 30th, 2024. So we get singles like Hijack and Taylor Swift, vinyls and CDs go up for sale. Rocky is literally walking around with the vinyl, and then, you guessed it, delay. So the official reason for this delay? Sample clearance, but considering physical copies already existed, feels more like Rocky panicked and made last minute changes. Not a total rebuild, but big enough to cancel all of the orders and refund them. So the album was pushed to early 2025, and in early 2025, it was the trial. So Rocky shifts focus to his assault case, he wins, the media goes crazy, and he tweets, "Don't be dumb." So fans think the album is dropping immediately, but it doesn't. Likely because his attention was still on court stuff, but since all the focus is on him, it made a lot of sense to drop then and there, but again, for reasons we don't know, he didn't. Throughout 2025, the album quietly gets delayed again and again. Rumors of surprise drops pop up here and there, and then they disappear, nothing happens. Pray for the Gang releases and flops, which probably pushes things back further for Rocky. Rocky barely speaks, besides hinting to Spike Lee that it'll be a surprise drop. We hear more snippets, another Puma collab tease. Honestly, it just becomes an exhausting cycle. A lot of fans start thinking it may never release. But then, Rocky pops out wearing the National Nothing Day hoodie, speculation explodes, we get a new cover art, merch, and finally, an official pre-save with the date January 16, 2026. So now for the first time in years, it actually feels real. If everything goes right, Don't Be Dumb is finally dropping, but with all the delays, all the speculation, and the long wait time, honestly, if this album isn't good, that could be the end for A$AP Rocky. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, subscribe, share, and let me know what you want to see more of. Peace.